There's two important things to remember about skies. One, they're almost always darker in color at the top and lighter at the horizon. And two, using pure blue is going to be too dark for most skies. Mix some white even into the darkest sky color. We're going to be using wet on wet blending to create a smooth transition of color in our sky. And to do wet on wet blending with acrylics, you really need your paint to be thick. So think about spreading on a thick layer of butter onto some toast. If you're scraping the toast, or in this case the canvas, you don't have enough paint. You're going to want a thick layer of paint. I'd also mix up a lot of paint, both for your dark color and your light color, so that you don't have to stop and mix during the process and give things time to dry. You want to get the paint on the canvas quickly, so you can just scoop it up with a palette knife and put it right on there. Some artists will squeeze the paint directly on the canvas. I prefer to start with the light color, although that's not a rule, but it is a little easier to make things darker than it is to make them lighter with acrylics. You want to use a large flat brush to spread the paint around as quickly as you can. Remember, leaving a thick, creamy layer of paint. If you notice that you're starting to scrape the canvas, then stop and add some more paint. Then you're going to switch to your dark color and start putting that on really thick above the light color. Where they meet, you can use little X strokes or little circular strokes to help blend them together. But most of the time, your strokes are going to be horizontal, side to side. As you go down into that light area with darker paint on the brush, it'll start to pick up some of that color and become a little darker itself. Now, if you're going to be painting water in your landscape, then you want to do the same thing on the bottom half of the canvas, because water always reflects sky. But if you know you're not doing any lakes or rivers, then you can skip that part. The more you go back and forth, the more it will blend the two colors together. Once you've got the colors looking the way you want them, you're then going to go over your sky very, very softly to try to smooth out the brush strokes. Using a 1-inch or even larger brush for this can help. Try to lean the brush over as you paint. Have the handle pointing in the direction the brush is traveling. And try not to start your stroke in the middle of your sky, because that will also leave visible brush strokes. If you can get long, sweeping horizontal strokes from one side to the other, that'll give you the smoothest look. You want to touch very, very gently. You're not trying to push paint around at this point. You're really just trying to smooth out any visible brush strokes.